Maybe it's on. Workshop dog in the background. Hello. Probably not much talking from me tonight. Hello. My friend. Say hello. Say hi, Billy. So, I'll just keep the dog in shot. Yeah, wasn't going to stream tonight. Just decided to come out and probably do it with minimal talking anyway, which is probably a good thing. Stuff has arrived this week. Maybe I'll talk about it. Otherwise, I've got a thing down there that I need to work on. So I'm probably going to crack on with that. Can I shut the door? Will you stay in here if I shut the door? Because it's warmer? Maybe. It's pretty windy and cold out there. You hear the door slamming back there. Yeah, alright. On with the job. On with the job at hand. So, this is it. This is my retro motherboard that arrived from the USA with a leaky NiCad rechargeable battery on it. Doesn't look too bad. It actually looks like maybe this had been replaced previously. What really pisses me off is people that charge working money for non-working things. So you can see this is where the battery was, and there are quite a few green things. These jumpers will need to be desoldered, but at the moment I'm just going to work on cleaning it. So I've got some alcohol and a toothbrush, and what's this? This is I'm not sure what percentage of alcohol it is, but it's kills germs. So I'm going to start with this, and then I've got some better stuff to flush it with after. So I'm just going to dunk a bit in a container and move this up a bit. See the whole thing like that, and get some on the toothbrush and scrub away. Really aiming to just get any dark spots. It's all kind of localized around here. I think the keyboard connector will need to be replaced. But you can see lots of green scunge is already coming off. A lot of green nastiness coming off this board. Pretty rubbish week, pretty rubbish day. Spend your time cleaning a circuit board. Probably as good a use of my time as I can think of at the moment. I'm hoping there aren't too many broken traces. Underside of the board looks pretty good. A jumper is that actually, is it on there or is it corroded on there? No, there's some green funky stuff under there too. We want to try and lift the board up so everything runs back down. And of course, trying to keep everything localized. Maybe I should get the board holder out. Maybe I should do that. What do you think, Bill? You're probably thinking you wish you went back inside. I reckon. Where is the board holder? Oh, it's up there now. That's what happens when you clean up, mate. Hello, Aussie Matt. Hi, Mum. We're watching Necroware. I was just telling Aussie Matt before. And he puts his circuit boards in the sink with soapy water. And I thought, maybe that's a thing that I should be doing, but maybe this is easier. These big resistors, they are a very unnerving colour, Aussie Matt. These big green chappies. Is that going to hold that at that angle for me? So I suppose watch out for green stuff that appears down here. We'll have a green watch in a bit. With my these resistors here, I use a pencil. They are a very nerve-wracking colour when you're looking for bright green corrosion. But it looks like maybe it's not too bad. I think there are some traces down here. Maybe this big. This might be the ground plane though. So there might need to be some work done there. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm guessing each one of the little gold lines is a trace, and I also think there might be a break possibly here. But keep cleaning and find out, eh? I have asked experts about where to get maybe a lot of it's just dirt. I don't know. Where I can get replacement keyboard connector. Apparently looking for AT keyboard connector is not what you need to search for. You need to search for 5-pin DIN connector. 90-degree chassis mount. For anyone else that ever watches this that might want to know, that's what you're looking for. At least the CPU and the BIOS are socketed, and this is my beastie 20 megahertz 286. So hopefully we can get it going. Hopefully I can get it going without the need to pester other people to do stuff for me. But there is quite a lot of corrosion on the back of that keyboard connector. Could just be age though. Who knows? And there's another jumper here. I should probably take note that these jumpers were all... Is this one corroded on as well? Oh, yes it was. Glad I found it. And I've just dropped that. I'm sure I'll be able to find some other jumpers. Then again, these header pins, maybe I just replace them all. There's not many of them. I'll have a look around, maybe that one. I mean, if there's none up here that look like they've got any damage on them. So it's really clean and then check for continuity. The dog is still here. I don't know. That's the trouble, isn't it, with getting all your knowledge on doing this stuff from YouTube, that sometimes you can get really helpful information and other times you can get paranoid and think you have to do what someone else is doing because that's the only way to do it. But already had an argument this week about doing your research, so consult multiple sources, I guess, and balance of evidence based on the experience and qualification of the people you ask. Sounds like a good thing. Look how dirty this is getting. This is very cloudy looking IPA. Might be ready for a change, I think. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna start this up tonight, but may as well give anywhere I can get to as good a scrub as I can. See if that's corroded on and that one was corroded on. What's the chance that that one is? It's kind of in the area. I think that one's probably safe, but I don't know. Little pair of pliers, a pair of long schnoz pliers maybe will mean that I'll lose it. I'll be less likely to lose it. Maybe not. Oh yeah, green and fuzzy. Well, they do say if you don't get it all, you'll give yourself problems later. So I think down here is where my main concern is, and really this is the secondary stuff. The prime gear is this is this a via, this sort of jumper that goes along here, and it looks like maybe there's a break in this trace. There could be a break in this one, and there could be a break in this ground plane, which are probably all for the keyboard controller or the keyboard socket. But obviously you don't want to have something getting connected to the wrong place either. So just keep it angled down. Probably most of this is going to evaporate anyway. I don't know, do I clean the whole board? Well, don't worry if you can't comment, that's probably a good thing. I should bump up the view count by every 5 minutes, getting the dog to do something. I should have brought treats with me. I've only just discovered that he really likes shortbread creams. Ask me how we've discovered. Is it because he happened to take mine today? Could be. Could be. How much is too much scrubbing? Is there such a thing as too much scrubbing? Maybe a paintbrush would have been good to get in there. Master of mine. Should probably also look up. This is MB 1220BS. I think I looked this up, didn't I? I think I found it was like a BioStar board. I don't remember where I saw there was some kind of giveaway on it. Was it on the back? There was something. No. Or was it that 486 board? It was a BioStar board. Yeah. I'm sure I have found something. I found the jumper and memory settings for this. That's what I found. I'd like to get a 287 XL Mathco as well. So yeah, this is it's got a 40 megahertz crystal, and then so the 40, that's where it's split 20 megahertz for the CPU. So I'm led to believe. I don't know any of this stuff though. AMI BIOS socketed, that's nice. So the plan was to take this out, and I'd ordered a puller and take that out and actually wash the thing. But the IPA looks like it's doing okay. I don't know, should I get into here as well? It probably can't hurt to, just in case it's gone under here, give it a bit of a scrub. As long as, I suppose, none of the bristles come out. Hadn't thought of that. Maybe I won't do it with a really wet toothbrush though. Keep the wetness for down here. Man, scrub circuit board. Holy Saturday night, Batman. I'll flip it over in a minute and you'll be able to see the back side of it a bit better. But I'm going to probably do this last pass. And then I thought about maybe putting on a different battery and maybe just get like a phone. I think it was a nickel metal hydride 3.6 volt phone battery, and just solder that straight to it, because then obviously it's rechargeable. I don't have to put a diode in like I would have to for the watch. I'm just looking, and is this a transistor? That there could be some damage to this trace that goes from this diode, and it goes through here. So I don't know. I'm not very good at well, I've never had to do it. Never had to do this kind of stuff. And I guess you want to make sure it's right before you power it on, because if you power the thing on and there's something that's not right, you run the risk of having a very bad evening. You can just see the color difference. It is definitely making a difference. I'll turn that so it's actually lighting the board. All right, so maybe a spray of actual. Oh look, quick puppy break. Hello, puppy. Yeah, I was actually going to show that I'm wearing trackies, because that would be weird. Hello, puppy. All right, quick IPA rinse, I think. I know that's a bit of a soaking, but let it drip. Yes, peanut butter toast is his other favourite. I absolutely agree. But any kind of baked sweet treat he also likes a lot. While that's dripping and drying, what else arrived this week? Ivan in Adelaide. Ivan that I talked about last stream, because I didn't want to stuff poor Ivan around, so I bid on his item on eBay, and lo and behold, now the proud owner of another. This is an Eagle graphics card. I have not looked up the memory chips or anything on it. I would guess, judging by the style of card being 16-bit, it's probably a 1 megabyte. It's definitely seen better days, but it looks like it's in reasonable shape. So at some point it doesn't really, it's got NEC chips on it. Ooh, that's a bad sign. It could even be a 2 megabyte. It looks like these are saying 256. So if each of these is 256, that'd be a 2 megabyte card. That might be perfect for this, provided it works. We'll see, won't we? So that came. Thanks, Ivan. Well, thanks, Ivan, for your speedy postage. I'm just going to move that camera away from my crotch. It is. I might even have to get a fan, I think, on this. Maybe to just help evaporate some of that IPA. I don't know. I said I was going to stop cleaning. Never not cleaning. You all right, mate? The dog's decided he's had his fill. It's slowly dripping down. Made in Taiwan. ROC. Republic of China. What else? CDs have been rolling in slowly. A few have been ordered on eBay. It's nice that they're arriving, and sounds really weird. I'm actually buying CDs that I can still see the original price tags on. So this one came this week. This is Dude Ranch. Great album from my youth. So that's come. And I can pretty much word for word go through the entire album, which is nice. The printer's back up and running again. Test prints having been completed. So there was a calibration cube. I'm knocking stuff over. A remote control holder in this beautiful pink PETG. So what was happening? Have I got the thing that I can show? Oh, I've got it here. I'll bring the camera down. I'll bring the camera right down to it. So hopefully where it will be visible. And this is the hot end from the printer. So this is the cooling fan. You can see the cooling fan is ever so slightly. This is not the tool to be using, but you can see it's just got these little wisps of plastic through it. This is the hot end cooling fan. So there's plenty of that stuck in there, which is probably not helping the fan's performance. And then the blower fan for the part cooling is also, if I get a pencil, there's also this stuff stuck in it, which, it's sort of death by 1,000 cuts. That didn't help, and the bearings in this one aren't very good. Then again, fan noise isn't helped by the fact that it's these are bearingless fans. I should say brushless fans. And there's just this stuff that they're trying to run against. And there's another thing is this lovely, can I fish it out? This is like fan autopsies. Come on, hey, and nice big clumps of molten plastic stuck in there. So that will also affect the noise level. That's been jiggling around in there for who knows how many months. But the issue I was having was I was getting these burnt blobs and strings on all the prints, no matter how many nozzles that I changed, until I decided to hell with it. I'll change the whole hot end. I don't know if you can really see down there. It's probably hard to catch on the camera. You can see that I've actually worn away the anodizing through the number of times I've taken the hot end apart. But then if I turn it around this way, you can see. Can you? Maybe. Just down. Well, look at that. That is molten plastic all over the wire for the heater block. This is this the thermocouple, I think? You can see it flaking off. It's really in poor shape. And then also, it's not so much the, this is almost like a sort of residue type stuff. It gets burnt so often. So what happens is there's a piece of tube, piece of this stuff that goes into this area, and then the nozzle threads down, and this is meant to make a good seal on the nozzle, and the filament goes through the tube and comes out that end and gets pushed through the nozzle like a syringe. But what's happened is this hasn't made a good seal on the nozzle, and as the plastic has melted, it's backed this out until there's been a gap, and then the plastic has swished around the gap and then it's come up here and there, and this is all, this isn't through stuff coming out and going up. This is actually come out from here. You can see the molten plastic around this joint, this grub screw, and it's actually then flowed in to these screw holes. And it's meant, I've tried to take this apart because I thought maybe I could just replace the heater block, but I actually can't get this grub screw out because it's filled with plastic. This one does move, but this one's also filled up with, well, this one's filled up with plastic and made a heck of a mess. So basically I've ordered a new hot end, and I'll just cut this off and attach the new one to it, because yeah, I mean, a new blower fan is about $12, a new cooling fan's about $12, and a new complete hot end is about $20. So, you know, the mighty dollar. You can just see all the schmutz that's come off it. But the quality of the prints now. This is my this is to go to work, so I can put my Unity multimeter in a on a holder. The quality is so much better, so that's a plus. And yes, it's pink because it was meant to be a lot brighter than this, but there you go. That's what arrived. That's what came. We does what we does with what we've got. Now, Billy, if you find a jumper thing down there, holler. I wonder if I can just drop these in IPA. Well, wonder no more. I have. Let me slush them around. That IPA has got a definite green tinge. So let's see. There's a bit of stuff coming off the edge of that board. I think that's a... Someone said put definite greeny tinge on that stuff. Yeah, I can probably see why washing circuit boards is a thing. Probably not something I'd be keen on being able to do, or that I trust that I could do accurately. So I'll head back up. Oh no, the stand gets a bit of brewer's droop. So I had my piece of foam ready in case I needed to pop out that and put it in something to keep it safe. So maybe I'll sort of sit this down onto there. So it's actually now it's making contact, and that might help to, yeah. So it does have some, it doesn't look like it has any onboard memory. This is obviously where your chip memory would go, but it could also be that it can't have chip memory and SIMs. My hope is to get some SIM memory for it. I've just noticed that has got a broken pin on it. So there's another header that I need to replace, but these are looking a little bit green. Apparently these take nine chip modules, which of course through my research are far less common than, and far more expensive than the 3 chip modules that I've been able to find. So that's good, isn't it? That'll make for a fun time. So I might just sort of, this IPA I'm using now is the good stuff, so it should just evaporate to nothing. But this other stuff, isocol, it doesn't really, This is 64%, 640 mils per litre IPA. See that? Not really. 640 mil per litre. So this gear is the proper rigid stuff. So it might take a bit of flushing to do this. Am I worried about spraying more on there? Well, I'm not powering it up tonight. So let that drain. I can actually see more schmutz. It would be good to not have to replace the keyboard connector, but who knows. If I turn it around, oh, hang on, I can't really turn it around. I have to take it out. I'll take it out and turn it around, shall I? That'll eat up some time. Yeah. If I undo that. What is the printer? Oh, the printer's meant to be printing and now printing. I thought maybe a vinyl stand, but I don't think it's going to be able to hold up a Laserdisc. I think it may be too much. So I'll have to do something else. So this is that keyboard connector. Down here it doesn't look too bad. This is kind of what gives me hope that the board's going to be okay. And I think, to be fair, these aren't even actually connected to this ground plane. That one is. These are just mechanical supports, the actual connections for the 5 pins are back here. So it could well be that it's all right, provided the inside of it isn't covered in muck. But we'll have to wait and see. This is the battery post. Oh look, there we go. 3V09151. That could even be a manufacturer code, like a date code. Could it be the 51st week of 1991? Maybe. Am I just clutching at straws? Definitely. But there we go. So I think the plan will be to just let this soak and come back and see if it's made any difference or not. There's probably people screaming at their screen going, stop spraying it. That's it. There we go. And then just let it drain out and come back next week or something and see if it's made a difference. I should probably keep that in the air though, somewhat, shouldn't I? Probably shouldn't just leave it in contact with a soggy towel. I should try and keep some clearance. Now how can I do that? I can undo that and undo that and sort of squeeze it in a little bit. And you see me doing hand contortion work. Oh, bother. Oh, that was a good flinch. What if I did this one? Well, that one's not sprung, is it? This one is. I'm trying to do this and keep it in shot. Let's go back up a little bit like that. Again with the Blair Witch Project cinematography. And then I have to concentrate and think, am I actually going the right way? Maybe that'll do. I think that'll do. Let's see what happens. How my little... Wouldn't want to be digging in there with a cut finger. They are quite green. That one's not come up too bad, but this one is green. Come on, Kermit. Kermit the jumper. Yeah. Well, it's definitely made a difference in terms of the how clean, how much greenery there is on there. I mean, there's bother. I'll just sort of get this and I don't know, I might be able to trace this and be able to say, okay, is that still connected to the ground plane, you know, over here, and check for continuity once it's dried out. I think that's probably a good angle. Just let it all drain. Yeah. And hopefully this works and it's going to be the little beast that I'm hoping it'll be. I think that's it. Kind of done. More bits of 3D printed abominations. The now playing is so small. Oh yeah, I did make this, so I'm hoping to turn this into a project. I made this VHS that I'd like to detach, clean up, and put on a wooden background or something to put in the retro room. And trialing things for students, but then I realised that I've actually already done bears, so I'll have to think of something different. Anything else? I'm out of ideas. Well, that's it. Might catch you on the next one. What do you think, Bill? We got anything else to do? Billy, should we go inside? Would that be good? Can you sit? Can you sit? Should we just do... What have you got in your face? You're covered in schmutz. We could do... What's that? Another 21 minutes of you doing tricks. What tricks do you know? You can fart. You're good at that. Can you shake? Can you shake? Shake hands. Can I shake? Where's one? How do you do? Good boy. Can we have this one? Have this one? Shake. Shake. No. You tired? Bedtime? Might be. He does like people. He's a people dog. All right. Oh, you're funny. Are you funny? Are you funny? You see that that shadow back there's your tail wagging. Look, can I zoom out? See, see your waggy tail. Good boy. You got a happy tail? Hey, want to go inside? Look at that, all the stuff falling off you. Bedtime? Alright, there you go. That's it. Is that not enough? Just do an hour and a half of this. Until next time.